Everybody matters is our faith, right? I mean, that most of our faith is everybody matters. I love the expression that God didn't make any junk, okay? And so I'd say to you that the belief in the goodness of people is our faith. Hope is our faith. Our leadership model is focused on the goodness of the world. We have it's called take a flashlight in your organization and shine it around and look for the goodness in people and let them know. So we are constantly, again, like raising children, looking for people and holding it up and saying thank you. Major thing out of the book I want you to get is that the people we invite into our organization are not functions. They're not receptionists, accountants, engineers, salespeople. They're somebody's precious child, and the way we lead will profoundly impact the way they live. The way we lead our businesses, the way we lead our organizations affects the way people live their lives. And so the profound thing we found is that when we care about the people who we have the privilege of leading, they go home and they're better husbands, wives, fathers, sons, daughters.
And so working on yourself is the most important thing a leader can do, right? Because the level of consciousness of the leader becomes kind of an upper limit on the level of consciousness of the organization. And if you get stuck, the organization is stuck. So I think working on ourselves as leaders is the most essential thing. And when we do that, it shows up in our parenting, it shows up in our teaching, in our leadership, I think, in every respect. It has to start there. The idea of purpose, right? Meaning and purpose. Spiritual values like that are very key. The idea of focusing on the quality of your actions and not being attached to the outcome. As the Buddha said, don't be attached to the outcome. We never control the outcome. All we control are our actions and how we show up in a situation. Right? So if we do that, then the outcomes take care of themselves. We just have to rethink the whole way we think about business. The mental model about business, why does it exist? What is the purpose? What is our obligation as leaders? If we can change that narrative, I really believe we start to heal so many of these divides in society. And that we can have business with a spectrum of positive effects. It doesn't have to be you make money here and then you have some negative consequences on other things. It can all be positive. Everybody can win. And I think that this book takes that message even further.
Remember, there's a 20% increase in heart attacks on Monday morning when people go to work. 20% increase in heart attacks on Monday morning, okay? 74% of all illnesses are chronic, and the biggest cause of chronic is stress, and the biggest cause of stress is work. Somebody interfacing with Mayo Clinic said, if you want to talk about somebody's health, ask who their supervisor is, okay? So the good news is we don't need to raise taxes. We don't need to elect a different president. The outcome is totally in our hands. All you have to do is care. Okay?
Let's this piece about families. So we caught that Bob said all 11,000 people in Barry-Wehmiller were cute.
What human relationship in your life is easy? Okay? Being married is not easy. Being the person that your spouse would like you to be. Being a parent is not easy. Being a leader is not easy. Okay? But we choose to be parents. We accept positions of leadership, but we don't give people the skills to be leaders. And the biggest message from this book has got to be the importance of the skill of listening. Where are you going as a company? Why do you want to go there? And when you get there, why will you have taken your people to a better place? Every company should ask that question. Every business is about profits, product and profits. They forget the most important piece. In our case, it's about people, purpose, and performance. It starts with the fundamental responsibility for the lives you invite to join you. Number two, it's around a purpose that inspires them to share their gifts fully towards a common vision. And number three, performance. You have to create value to be able to sustain this. You have to be creating value for everybody, not just the shareholders. So that is our hope for the book. And the vision for the book was that over time, it would become the handbook for leadership. Whether you're going to go work in a hospital, a nonprofit, government, the military, this is the book you will read that will make you totally aware of the profound responsibility leadership is. That is our goal for the book.